Hey guys, welcome back to Salmon Industries. Today, we're going to be talking about belts. What? No, not those. V-belts. Where do you even find this stuff? No, these. V-belts for your accessory drive. Right here. I'm going to show you guys how to change, maintain, and check all of your accessory drive belts on your engine. The keen-eyed among you may have already noticed that we are not inside of a Festiva. That's for a good reason. When you're looking down into the engine bay of a Festiva, especially one with AC, you may notice that these belts are a little hard to see. There's the AC belt there, accessory down to the water pump and alternator there. It's kind of under the engine mount, obviously very under these and under the MAF. So while changing them on the side of the road is not too difficult, just for the clarity's sake of the video, we're going to be doing it in the garage. So we'll note the position here of this engine mount and that accessory belt for the AC, just to get you an idea of where we're going here. Back on our engine stand here, if I try to give you a top-down view as we would from the passenger side of the car, you can see there is our AC tensioner, and here is the engine mount. I'll go ahead and pop the camera on the tripod here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and zip off that engine mount just to get a better idea of what we're dealing with from the camera's point of view. Looking at the system overall, what we have basically is our AC compressor down here on the bottom. This little guy here is the tensioner pulley that keeps this belt tight. Then a separate belt behind that one powers our water pump and the alternator. Both of these belts are driven by two separate pulleys down here on the crankshaft. Now, if your Festiva does not have AC, you basically just won't have this section, and this outer pulley here will be deleted. You will only have to worry about this one V-belt here in the back. Luckily for us, both of these belts are actually the same size. These are a 15-350. I'll make sure to link that down below, just in case y'all missed it when I said it. To start, we're going to want to remove our AC belt, since that's the one on the outside. And remember, when you're doing this in the engine bay, all of this will be done while looking down. If it makes it easier for you, you can remove your intake and intake tube that are hovering right above this belt, just to get you a better idea of what you're looking at from above. But these can be changed with it still there. You just got to have a smaller space to work with your wrenches. So to get that guy off, all you need is a 14 on a wrench, which I have here, and a 10mm socket. You just need to loosen this nut a little bit. That way the pulley is not held tight on its bolt anymore. About that much. And now, with your 10mm down from above, there is a really long 10mm bolt here. Tightening the bolt will tighten the belt. Loosening the bolt will loosen the belt. And if I spin it all the way loose till the pulley almost bottoms out, you can see that this belt is now loose enough to remove. And there again, you can see it rides on this pulley, it rides on that, and this front groove right here. To take the alternator belt off, you will just need a 12mm wrench and some sort of pry bar. This bolt right here on this little half moon line is how you tension this belt. The alternator itself acts as a tensioner, pivoting on its lower bolt. So to move it, we simply loosen this top bolt here. Now you can push the alternator in to loosen it or pull it out to tighten it. If your bottom bolt's too tight, you can also use your pry bar for this, both to loosen it by coming in here and pushing it out, or to tighten it, getting back here on the block side and pushing it out. So I'll go ahead and push it in. And now we can pop it off. No problem. Now, when you're putting it back together, you want to make sure you have the right tension on this, and I'll show you how to do that. The tension number, according to the service manual, will change depending if you're putting on a used belt or a new belt. In this case, I'll be putting the used one back on. So what you want to do is put it on, come back into your pry bar, give it tension, and what you're looking for is, with about 20 pounds of force, you want this belt to deflect about 6 to 8mm when new, and 8 to 10mm when used. So right now, we're getting about the right amount. If I go way too tight here, you can see I can barely push that down, so we are too tight. And if it's too loose, you'll see we have a ton of movement here. So we're looking to get it just enough to have about 6 to 8 millimeters of deflection, or in this case, closer to 8 since this is a used belt. We'll call it right there, and then we can tighten that bolt down. Then, same process for your AC belt. Just toss it back on. Leaving this pulley loose for now, and you'll tighten that 10 mil. And this is a new belt. It's right there. That's definitely too much deflection. Pull it up some more. Getting tighter. Getting tighter still. And there we go. Looking at 6 to 8 mil deflection right there. Get our 14 back out, and we will tighten that nut back down like so. Now you'll see there's no more wobble, and this belt is free to spin. Real quick though, some of you may notice that this does not quite look like how yours does. If that's the case, you likely have the less common dealer AC tension pulley, which looks like this. To tighten or loosen this one, basically you'll want a crescent wrench and the appropriate sized wrench. And this one's using a 3/4 or 19 mil wrench. There is a bolt here on the back side. You just loosen that bolt a little bit. And now this arm here that it sticks out on will be more or less free to rotate. You can see that goes in all sorts of directions now. So what you want to do is then take your crescent wrench, and there are 2 flats on the side of this here that you can see that we can line our wrench up with, like that. So now we can tension it. Same deal, just move your big wrench until your belt is tight to the specifications we gave earlier. Hold it in place, come back with your wrench, and then tighten that back bolt back down until this no longer moves. Simple as that. On a quick side note, while you were doing this, many of you may have noticed that your water pump pulley is rubbing a small hole into the edge of your timing belt. You can see this one definitely has been rubbing already. Oftentimes, it'll eventually start looking like this, where you have an entire hole going straight through to the back side. That's because these timing covers swell up with heat and age and rub against that pulley. If you're looking to fix that, the Festiva store has brand new OEM timing covers straight from Japan. So these are brand new from Mazda, fit a lot better, have all the seals included. So if you want to fix that, have a nice fresh timing cover, now's a great time to do it. And that's pretty much it. That's all you need to know about the V-belt system. Next time, I'll be going over the timing belt. So we'll take all of this off, take your water pump off, change the timing belt. So stick around for that guide coming up soon. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. See ya!